up, y'all? What it do?
Hey, y'all.
What's up, though? Welcome to this edition of Advice 20. And y'all, this ain't gonna really be advice. This is not gonna be advice. So, she watched this morning. I watched it about 2 weeks ago. Have y'all seen that movie or documentary, Abducted in Plain Sight?
Horrible.
Fucking amazing.
That is so crazy.
So it starts off. Let's not just go into the movie.
Okay.
Start it off. So it starts.
Fresh on my mind. It's still fresh on my mind. Go ahead.
Don't worry about it. Mine ain't what it should be. Don't ever come to my site talk about.
Y'all, in the beginning, it just started off very weird.
It started off weird. So if you haven't seen it, this guy befriends this family, right?
He's lived in a neighborhood.
He lived in a neighborhood. They went to the same church, I feel like. I think it was a church thing. I think. Now, I might be wrong, but I think they went to the same church.
Close to the family.
He got close to the family.
And only out of three daughters. Out of three daughters, only one he was interested in. One.
From the very beginning.
Taking home vacation.
And that's the reason why he picked the family, because he was interested in that one girl.
Y'all, it's crazy.
Yeah, so literally he ran through the family, basically, other than the two daughters. He ran through dad, the kid, and the mama. So it starts off with, he was very, very calculated though. And
a manipulator.
A manipulator at his finest.
And this is just what he did, and he was married, and he had his own kids.
Right.
They didn't really talk about the kids a lot. So I don't even know how many kids he had. We just know he was married, they said, and he had kids of his own. So he started with the daddy though. So him and the daddy was taking a drive. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you gotta go watch this bullshit. Okay, so him and the dad was taking a drive, right? So he starts complaining about his wife and his wifely duties and stuff like that. So they pull over to a spot. He asked the daddy to relieve him. Basically, he asked the daddy to jack him off. And the daddy did what?
And the daddy did. Like, what the fuck? Like, if I'm not interested in another, if I'm a man and I'm not interested in another man, why would I ever do that? Like, that was so stupid. Like,
and it's like they were neighbors. They did.
They wasn't neighbors. They wasn't neighbors.
They lived in the same neighborhood.
Oh, I didn't think they were neighbors. But
yeah, they lived in the same neighborhood, and so their families did stuff together. But they didn't do a whole lot of hanging out, just themselves. But he just been talking about his wife and just say how he needed to be relieved, and he reaches over and he does it.
Like, that was so stupid. That was mistake number one. Then he gets hold to the kid. He takes the kid off.
Several vacations, out of town trip.
But before that though, even before that, he took her off to the supposedly horse ranch or whatever. Yeah. Right? And they noticed that kid was missing. So they were gonna call the cops, but they were too afraid to call the cops because the dad had jacked his ass off. And they didn't want to, like, I guess, put that out there or whatever. The stupidest shit. So instead of you being concerned about your kid and her well-being, you concerned about your reputation getting ruined. You had no business reaching your fucking ass over there, jacking a bitch off. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You took this kid twice.
Yeah, he like drugged her, y'all. He gave her some allergy medicine, so he called it.
She said she thinks that she was drugged. It never came out that she was drugged. She said that most of the time she thought she was drugged.
Yeah, because she couldn't remember. So I'm gonna go when she was drugged. She was like, she would be in and out. But he told her on this particular trip, you know, here goes some allergy medicines. We're going to this horse ranch, and we don't want your allergies to mess up. She was going in and out. And that first time, he kept her for a long time frame, y'all.
It was a decent time frame. Yeah, I don't know if it was like a month or nothing, but it was some days. Enough for you to call the FBI or the PD about your missing baby.
And they didn't do that until later.
They didn't do that until, like, well... Yeah, because it was that second time that it was a huge deal to the FBI. Like, why did y'all wait almost an entire month to tell us that your kid was missing again? Okay, so then he took her a second time. But even, like, I'm foggy because, like I said, it was 2 weeks ago when I watched it and I've told everybody about it since. But the FBI was like, why? Like, the FBI told them, don't let your children, you know, hang out with their kids or nothing like that. God damn.
You did anyway. Yeah, he went to go see a therapist, y'all. And the therapist basically gave him this tape. And this
toward the end, though.
No, this was during this time.
It's toward the end. That wasn't in the middle of it, but yeah.
Yeah, because he was, basically what it boiled down to, he was going to go sleep with the girl in her room a few times a night. Because
a few times a week.
Yeah, a few times a week. Because the therapy was supposed to help him with that.
But nobody told us that. Nobody told him. That's some shit he went to the dumbass parents.
The parents believed him and allowed their child, their little girl, to be involved in this. After the FBI said don't have any, you know, that he's not supposed to be around Jen.
So fucking stupid. It was so stupid. So he had the girl, crazy. Like he literally brainwashed this girl where she didn't want to have anything to do with
her daddy at all.
She wanted to have something to do with him. She told him, he told her about some aliens that wanted him to sleep with her and have a baby. Like the shit was so
they was
disturbing.
Gonna get married.
I've never heard.
Her sister was gonna be blind.
I've never heard anything. I've never in my entire life, y'all, and I've been living for a while now. I've never heard anything like that.
Yeah, and she young, you know, naive.
She's a baby. She's a fucking baby.
He wanted to marry her and everything.
And in my mind, I'm saying, when I was watching this a couple weeks back, in my mind, I'm saying, why wasn't he arrested on that alone? But then I remember them saying when she was watching, I kind of was in and out the room, and I heard them saying had they contacted the FBI kind of let that slip through their hands, they were saying, and had they done their job, they could have put him away a long time ago.
But what happened, so he did that incident with the dad, and then him and the mom started sleeping together.
Yo, hold up. And when the mama was talking about what happened, the encounter between her and him, yo, in the documentary, yo, y'all, she was smiling about it.
She was.
Yeah,
she was
talking
like
about how he made her feel, but like this is in hindsight. This is not before or during. This is after. And you're smiling about how this person made you feel, knowing that this person literally got your kid, done things to your child, and turned your child against your entire family.
Y'all, and it happened for months, like more than 4 months. I can't remember the exact time frame, but y'all, it went together for a long. It went on for a long time.
It went on for years.
To sleep with
it went on. I don't know if she was sleeping. Listen, I'm just gonna go out on a limb, and I don't know if she was sleeping with him, because she said that had she slept with him, it would have been on at least 200 different occasions. So I don't remember them saying that it was happening. I just remember him having her. I don't remember all that.
I'm talking about the mama.
Oh yeah, the mama didn't keep sleeping with him though.
They did for over a time frame where she just said they kept seeing each other.
Yeah, so she stated specific. No, she stated specifically how many times they were together in the time frame. She did state specifically.
So it was the daddy at first, then it was the mama. So
it was like the girl, the daddy, the girl, then the mama. So and like, hold up, the mama broke it off, and some kind of way they started it back.
Yeah, and then it's like that basically they didn't go to the police, well, the FBI or the police that second time she had got kidnapped.
Same difference.
Yeah, because of that.
Because the wife went to them and asked to speak to the daddy in privacy, remember? And then the wife asked, when the daddy came out, the daddy was like, she asked me to drop the charges because if I didn't, they were gonna expose what them two did. And they had a whole list of things. They said,
so y'all, they had to go and drop the charges.
They said
that they didn't have, that the daughter wasn't taken against her will. Basically had to go back and retract their story of what really happened and make it seem like it was a lie.
That's exactly.
So that's how he got off that first time real easily.
Yeah, he got off real easy.
And then y'all, it happened again this time. Oh, backing up to the first time, they went to Mexico. And he got arrested.
In Mexico?
Yes.
For what?
For, because the FBI people sent the police to that trailer house they was living in.
That wasn't in Mexico. That was in Wisconsin. When so she disappeared. They had no idea where she was. Then when he got out of jail, he did 10 days in jail. He disappeared. And they found him walking to he was headed to him back and forth from that payphone. That was in Wisconsin. I think it was. And they was at that time they had traced him and found him. He walked to their payphone.
That was the second time.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that first time, some type of way they ended up in Mexico because they got married in Mexico. And it wasn't legal in the United States. And he called the parents and was like, before we come, we need your permission for us to be married in the United States before they come back or something like that.
So they got married in Mexico?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I don't remember that.
Whatever age it was that she was, it was legal. I want to say it was 12.
12. Right?
And that at 12 in Mexico, you can get married. And so that's what happened.
I'm sure that's not the case.
Yeah. But here in the United States, of course, that's not even legal. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. He built a room to separate, built a wall to separate because the sister shared a room. He built a wall, and like the sister said, that was just for him to be able to come in with them and kind of separate the sisters away from each other. It's just crazy. That is just so crazy that the parents was even allowing. First of all, I have one child. And I'm not ready to let him go anywhere with anybody.
Listen, excuse me. So one day the boy called and he said, "Can I stay after school?" The coach, this, that, and the third. And so I'm like, "How many children is it in your class?" After he got home, we told him no, of course. After he got home, I talked to him. I said, "How many children is it in your class?" He said 25, I think. I said, "How many kids will stay out of school?" He said 3. My fucking point exactly. Your little brown skin ass, you gonna come home.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna give somebody the open opportunity to do anything to my child.
No, I'm not ready to let
Why wasn't all 25 people?
Right.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm from the country. I told y'all I'm from Mississippi. That's the country. We don't believe in that. It's so much of that shit that go on down there. Like everybody, you looking like this at everybody. Okay? So in the city, it might be a little different. He wasn't about to stay after school with 2 other kids with this man. No, because why wasn't all 25 kids staying out of school?
No.
Because they hadn't seen this coach out there. You're bringing your ass home. Yeah, you ain't doing shit.
Whenever you see him home during the week.
No,
but I'm not
if you're not at school seeing this coach, you damn sure not gonna see him after school. I don't give a fuck what he coaching. You coming home.
Just think about like if we had 3 kids, or say I'm just gonna say 2. But another family or another adult is not ready to take one of my children away on trips and anything. It's like everything. He was wanting to pick this little girl up from piano lesson. He was wanting to take her to the horse.
Like, why are you doing that with all 3?
All 3 of y'all. Yeah, y'all. But the family in the beginning, that's their first mistake. They were allowing this man to do this in the beginning. You cannot do that. And what it was is going back to when the man was younger. What happened was
what he said happened.
Yeah, his sister, I think his mama left. He had to take care of his siblings.
He had a stepfather.
Yeah.
And he said that he wasn't a part of the family. He lived in the barn. And the only time he was treated like he was a part of the family is when he took care of his little sister. And so he said that that's the reason, basically, for all of it. Because when he started having problems in life, he felt like he had to take care of a little girl, and the girl, Jan,
just happened to be her. And towards the end, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it come to find out it was more girls than just her.
Yeah, it was more girls.
But yeah, that was the family's first mistake with doing that. It's like they allow him, he was a manipulator, so he knew exactly what he was doing. He found this one family, he targeted this one little girl, and he did just what he wanted to do with this one little girl.
It just wasn't new to him, though.
Yeah, and then this time he included the mama and the daddy. He made threats towards them.
He was a master.
Y'all, going fast forward to the second time she was gone even longer. She was a little bit older this time. Yeah. But the second time she was gone a little longer, but y'all, he was calling the mama every single day. But have y'all heard from her?
But hold up, the whole entire time he was doing that, calling the mom, the kid was away. He had enrolled the girl in an all-girls Catholic school.
Said that the
only way they found out that he had did that was when They had him under surveillance, and he was going to a payphone. Stupid motherfucker left the phone book open with a number wrote on it, and they called that number, and bam.
That little girl had been enrolled in a school. He said that he was her father.
And he was a CIA
and he was, yeah, like he made all this stuff up, and like if anybody was to come to the school or contact them, don't give them any information. All this stuff, like, you know, but he was calling that girl mama every single day like clockwork. Have y'all heard from her?
And you know, y'all know for yourselves if you got a child, and your child, when your kid is sick, you worried about them. So imagine your kid not even being home. And this man calling her, talking about, oh, I think she's done something and she don't want to tell me. Then he calls and say, oh, I asked her, what is she doing for money? And she says, you don't want to know. And like, just worrying, upsetting this kid's parents for nothing. Like, that's crazy.
Very crazy.
I just want to say something, but I know we probably got, you know, a wide array of subscribers, so I won't.
Y'all, he had this little box that he had like an alien voice on there where he would have her listening to it. She really thought that these were aliens. They had names on them.
All until she was like 16, 17
all the way
years
up
old.
until she was that age.
She went away to summer camp. She went to go to a drama camp or something for 5 weeks or something. She met a boy. She liked the boy. Then she just kept thinking her mom was like, oh, the dogs are sick. She was scared that everybody was getting punished because of her.
Because this is what he had told her. Like, if you do this, something is going to happen to, you know, this person in your family. And this person, it wasn't until this girl got all the way older that she realized that it was a fucking lie. like, this man had been drugging her, lying to her the whole time, y'all. And then he was smart because when he would have sexual intercourse with her, he wouldn't do it all the way. He would only just put like the tip part in her, and that was it. So like when her family did get her checked out, it was like they couldn't tell that she had they couldn't even tell that she had even ever did anything because of the way that he was doing it. But he just sick.
So then move on forward to the end. Her and her mom, where her mom started to write a book about it. He showed up at court talking about the book was full of lies and stuff like that. And he ended up, the end of the story was he committed suicide. He took a bunch of his heart meds, and his brother say he took a bunch of heart meds, drunk a bunch of Kahlua, and he just basically committed suicide. And the only reason he did that was because he was about to head to jail for somebody else.
Yeah, because everything.
And he said one day in jail was like he couldn't
dealing with her. Everything before the second time had been dismissed. He got off on 3 counts of whatever, all the stuff he did. But this second time, more people had came up, and then they had stuff to actually charge him against this time. And he knew he wasn't ready to go.
He knew he was going down. He knew he was going down. So he killed himself, and the world got to be in a better place without him. But we said all that to say this. Y'all watch your children, watch your surroundings.
Around them.
Stop trusting any and everybody.
No, because you can't.
You can't do that.
People, you can't
Today
trust.
It's 2019 now.
No, you can't trust people. Like,
you got some serious people.
You can't trust people, period. Like, you don't never know what this person gonna do. You just have to watch who you keep your kids around.
Yeah, watch who your children are around. Don't let your kids wander off with just any and everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, it's just not safe. You know what I mean? Like,
they'll brainwash them kids.
Next thing you know, your kids fucking over you for a fucking total stranger. That's crazy. But we didn't have any advice this week, but that is our advice. Don't let your kids just run off with anybody. Know who your kids' friends are. Know where your children are going and stuff like that. So that's our version. That's our week's advice. Like, it's all about the kids, because y'all know the kids are our future. The kids are who gonna be taking care of us. You know, when we get to the place where we can't anymore.
But so y'all come in if y'all seen it.
Come in if y'all saw that show. Come in if y'all watched it. And if you have not watched it, it's on Netflix. It's called Abduction in Plain Sight. Y'all, thank y'all for subscribing and watching us. We appreciate our love we receiving.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
She's gonna make sure she say that. I wasn't even finished praising y'all.
I'm sorry, y'all. Don't forget,
just do what she said do. And we'll catch y'all on the back end on another video.